from 212 News, your place to find out everything that's going on in our school and in our classroom this week. We have made it through the first week of school. We had a fantastic week learning together, learning more about one another, learning the routines of our classroom and our school, learning about our new storm skills. Be sure that you ask your child about our new storm skills and see if they can name all 5 for you. It is a school-wide behavior model that we're using this year, and we're super excited about that. So see if your child can name all 5 storm skills for you. Just a reminder, we have one more spot left on our snack calendar. It's at the end of October, so if you're able to sign up for that last spot for the first 9 weeks, that would be awesome. Big shout out to all the parents that have already signed up for the snack calendar. Thank you so much for being so prompt and so quick on that. There will be a reminder that will go out to you the Friday before the week that you're supposed to provide snack. So for example, if you were signed up for snack next week, a reminder would have went out this past Friday to remind you to pick up snack over the weekend for the week ahead. If you wrote down what week you signed up for, awesome. You can send that in whenever you would like, and I'll just cancel that reminder that will go out to you on the Friday. Also, please remember just to fill out our beginning of the year paperwork for our district online on Scribbles. If you need help with that, let me know, and I'll be glad to send you some more directions home. But again, our online paperwork, beginning of the year paperwork, is online this year on a site called Scribbles. You should have a QR code to that and directions from the first week of school in your folder. Also, if you don't mind filling out the class information form on Google Forms, I'm going to link that in the dojo message again for one more week. That just gives me some information of where you think your child has got some strengths, where they need a little more help, and then just any other things that I may need to know about your child or your family. So please be sure to fill that out so that I have all the information that I need to make sure that I'm providing the best education for your child. The communication folder is green and has started going home this week. Please check that daily as we'll be adding things from the school that are important for you to know. This week on the back of the communication folder, every week will be your child's vocabulary words. This year, instead of doing spelling, we're focusing more on vocabulary. So each week, a list of vocabulary words will come home with your child. They will have the opportunity to study those words during the week, during their writing word station during reading, but that will be the only opportunity they will get to work with the words in the classroom. There will be a quiz on Friday, so this is kind of where optional homework comes in. I would advise you work on those words at home. They don't have to know how to spell the words. They just need to know the meaning of all the words. So please be sure you're looking at those with your child this week so that they're prepared for the quiz on Friday. It is a matching quiz, so they don't have to know how to write the definition to the exact word. They just have to be able to recognize the word and the corresponding definition that goes with it. So again, those will be on the back of your child's communication folder, and the quiz will be on Friday. Finally, even though the water fountains are open at our school, we still are encouraging families to send water bottles in with their child, preferably refillable water bottles, so that your child doesn't have to leave class to go get water from the water fountain. So if you could send in a reusable water bottle with your child, that would be awesome. That way they could fill it up at our fountain when we go to the bathroom and then have water in the classroom as they need it. If you need a water bottle, please reach out to me. I'd be glad to go to Walmart to pick one up for you and provide that for your child. Looking ahead into next week, or actually this coming week, our picture day will be on this coming Thursday, September the 2nd. This will be the picture that goes into the yearbook, so please make sure that your child is dressed appropriately how you would like them to look in the yearbook. Finally, we're starting Superhero of the Week this week, so stay tuned for the Superhero of the Week wheel that's going to come up next to see who this week's Superhero of the Week is. Congratulations to our first superhero of the week. And our first superhero of the week is Harrison. Harrison has done a fantastic job in our classroom this week. He has been so kind to his friends. He has displayed the storm skills perfectly and has reminded friends in our classroom of those skills this week. So a big shout out to Harrison for being the first superhero of the week. Up next is Curriculum Corner. We're going to cover everything that we're going to learn in our classroom this coming week. Okay, friends, in Curriculum Corner this week, we're going to talk about everything that's going on in our classroom. This week in reading, we are launching our Reader's Workshop, and that means we're going to be diving in and examining what it looks like to be a reader and a good reader. So we're going to look at setting reading goals and how to stay focused while we're reading. One thing that you're going to hear about is an optional reading log that's going to come home. Optional is just that. If you want your child to be accountable for reading at home, feel free to fill it out. If you're like, you know what, we're going to read, but we don't have the time to fill that out, that's fine as well. So that is an optional opportunity for you and what works best for your family. They will not be checked or graded or anything. It's just provided to you if you would like it. In math this week, we are starting our first Eureka module, Module 1, which is all about multiplication and division. Students will really dive into equal groups, arrays, and understanding how addition and multiplication are connected and related to one another this week during our math block. In science, we're going to be diving into parts of a plant, life cycle of a plant, and we're even going to be growing some plants in a very unconventional way. So students will learn about all the different parts of a plant, the life cycle of a plant, and we'll also be dissecting a seed this week, which is really, really fun. So I'm looking forward to a great week in science. And then finally, in writing, we are going to work on our own comic books. Students will take a comic book through the writing process, starting with generating ideas and ending with publishing. It's going to be a fictional comic book where they'll be able to make up the characters and the problem and the solution themselves. And I'm super excited about seeing those final products at the end of this week. A new segment that I'm introducing this year is called the Weekly Question. And the Weekly Question is a question that I'm going to ask on Room 212 News. And if your child comes to school with a little slip of paper with the answer written on it, they'll be entered into a drawing to win a special prize on Friday. So, this week's question is, what county do we live in? Again, the question is, what county do we live in? So if your child comes in anytime this week with the answer to the question, what county do we live in, they will be entered into a drawing to win a prize from our prize box on Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in to Room 212 News. By watching this, you are going to be an informed parent of our classroom and our school, and you will be on top of everything that's going on. So thank you so much for joining us today for this. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. If not, we'll see you right back here next week for another episode of Room 212 News.